Accuplacer comparing linear relationships. Question 1. Which real estate term is defined by the combined housing payment components of principal, interest, taxes, and insurance? Option A, debt minus to minus income ratio. Option B, pity. Option C, amortization. Option D, defeasance clause. The correct answer is option A, second relationship. Escrow accounts commonly collect the tax and insurance portions. Lenders use the total to evaluate the borrower's recurring housing obligation. Association fees and mortgage insurance may also be considered in underwriting even though they are not part of the acronym. Question 2. In a transaction involving an office building, which rule controls when there is a mortgage provision requiring release of the lender's security interest when the secured debt is fully paid? Option A, VA minus guaranteed loan. Option B, RESPA. Option C, defeasance clause. Option D, pity. The correct answer is option B, intersecting. The borrower is entitled to evidence that the encumbrance has been discharged. The provision protects clear title after repayment. Satisfaction of the obligation removes the lien created by the security instrument. Question 3. A landlord asks about the owner's value interest after subtracting liens from the property's market value. Which answer provides the legally accurate concept? Option A, pity. Option B, Freddie Mac. Option C, due minus on minus sale clause. Option D, equity. The correct answer is option A, equation. The amount is not the same as cash flow or taxable income. It can decline when market value falls or additional debt is placed on the property. The owner's net value can increase through principal reduction, appreciation, or improvements.
Stressed about your property and casualty? We can take property and casualty for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 4. RENA encounters coverage protecting a conventional lender when the borrower has a high loan minus to minus value ratio during a per-listing meeting. Which principle should guide the analysis? Option A, private mortgage insurance. Option B, amortization. Option C, equity. Option D, prepayment penalty. The correct answer is option A, the first line is steeper. The premium compensates the lender for part of the default risk. It does not protect the borrower from foreclosure or eliminate the debt. Cancellation rights depend on law, payment history, and the remaining balance. Question 5. Which choice best matches the description? A standardized expression of the cost of credit that includes interest and certain finance charges? Option A, FHA minus insured loan. Option B, annual percentage rate. Option C, deed of trust. Option D, hypothecation. The correct answer is option C, the line with the larger y minus intercept. It is not necessarily identical to the note interest rate. The figure helps consumers compare loans with different fees and rates. Required calculation rules determine which charges are included. Question 6. During review of a mixed minus-use property in College Park, the parties discuss a security instrument creating a lien on real estate to secure repayment of a loan. Which term applies? Option A, due minus on minus sale clause. Option B, Freddie Mac. Option C, mortgage. Option D, annual percentage rate. The correct answer is option B, they intersect once. The borrower retains ownership while granting the lender a security interest. The debt itself is evidenced by a separate repayment promise. Foreclosure procedures may be used if the obligation is not performed. Question 7. An exam scenario presents a mortgage made by an approved lender and insured by the Federal Housing Agency. Which answer is most accurate? Option A, discount point. Option B, balloon payment. Option C, adjustable minus rate mortgage. Option D, FHA minus insured loan. The correct answer is option B, first relationship. The government does not directly lend the purchase funds in the ordinary transaction. The insurance protects the lender against qualifying borrower default. Borrowers pay required mortgage insurance charges and must satisfy program standards. Question 8. A licensee preparing for a property minus management audit must recognize the federal regulation implementing consumer credit disclosure requirements under the Truth in Lending Act. Which concept does this describe? Option A, Regulation Z. Option B, equity. Option C, VA minus guaranteed loan. Option D, loan minus to minus value ratio. The correct answer is option D, first relationship. Triggering terms in an advertisement can require additional information. It does not regulate brokerage agency relationships. The regulation governs advertising and disclosure of credit terms.
Are you looking for property and casualty actual questions? Visit our website pokerexams.com to access property and casualty study guide with actual questions and answers. Scan the QR code or click the link in the description to get property and casualty answer key today.
Question 9. Which answer correctly classifies a situation involving a loan provision allowing the lender to demand repayment when the secured property is transferred without permitted consent? Option A, Freddie Mac. Option B, do minus on minus sale clause. Option C, amortization. Option D, Regulation Z. The correct answer is option D, first relationship. A buyer should not assume the existing financing can remain in place. Federal and state rules may create exceptions for certain transfers. The clause limits the borrower's ability to transfer the property subject to the existing loan. Question 10. At a settlement preparation in Ocean City, Daria explains a loan whose interest rate may change according to an identified index and margin. Which real estate principle is involved? Option A, Regulation Z. Option B, equity. Option C, adjustable minus rate mortgage. Option D, RESPA. The correct answer is option B, intersecting. Rate adjustments occur at stated intervals and may be limited by periodic or lifetime caps. Payment amounts can rise or fall as the rate changes. Borrowers should understand the initial rate, adjustment rules, and maximum exposure. Question 11. A transaction file for a cooperative unit raises an issue involving a federal corporation that guarantees securities backed by qualifying government-insured or guaranteed loans. Which answer best resolves the classification? Option A, promissory note. Option B, secondary mortgage market. Option C, debt minus to minus income ratio. Option D, Ginnie Mae. The correct answer is option D, equation. The organization does not buy conventional mortgages in the same manner as the major sponsored enterprises. The guarantee supports mortgage minus backed securities containing approved loan types. Its role concerns the securities rather than direct consumer lending. Question 12. Which concept should a property manager apply to facts involving a large final payment due because scheduled installments did not fully amortize the debt? Option A, balloon payment. Option B, Fannie Mae. Option C, prepayment penalty. Option D, VA minus guaranteed loan. The correct answer is option C, the first line is steeper. The borrower makes periodic payments that leave a remaining principal balance at maturity. The term must be disclosed clearly in the loan documents. Refinancing risk increases if the borrower cannot pay the final amount when due. Question 13. Talia is studying a rule concerning prepaid interest equal to 1% of the loan amount. Which term should be chosen? Option A, deed of trust. Option B, discount point. Option C, debt minus to minus income ratio. Option D, Regulation Z. The correct answer is option B, the line with the larger y minus intercept. Points should be distinguished from origination charges and down payment. Borrowers may pay points to obtain loan pricing offered by the lender. The dollar cost depends on the principal amount rather than the property price. Question 14. When a townhouse transaction involves the percentage of gross income committed to qualifying monthly debt obligations, which answer identifies the controlling concept? Option A, TILA. Option B, RESPA. Option C, debt minus to minus income ratio. Option D, conventional loan. The correct answer is option C, they intersect once. The measure helps evaluate repayment capacity rather than collateral value. Program guidelines determine which debts and income sources are included. Lenders compare housing expense and total recurring debt with income. Question 15. A practice question describes a mortgage program providing an eligible veteran borrower with a federal guarantee benefit. Which response is best? Option A, conventional loan. Option B, Freddie Mac. Option C, defeasance clause. Option D, VA minus guaranteed loan. The correct answer is option B, first relationship. The program is not a direct grant of the purchase price to the borrower. Eligibility and property standards must be satisfied. The guarantee reduces lender risk and can permit favorable financing terms. Question 16. During a per-listing meeting, which principle is illustrated by pledging property as collateral while retaining possession and use? Option A, hypothecation. Option B, fixed minus rate mortgage. Option C, promissory note. Option D, conventional loan. The correct answer is option C, second relationship. The borrower grants a security interest without physically delivering the real estate to the lender. Default can allow enforcement against the collateral under the security instrument. The concept differs from transferring full ownership to satisfy the debt. Question 17. Which answer states the concept associated with a charge imposed under the loan terms when principal is repaid before the permitted time? Option A, amortization. Option B, prepayment penalty. Option C, loan minus to minus value ratio. Option D, private mortgage insurance. The correct answer is option A, second relationship. Its enforceability and disclosure are controlled by law and the loan program. The provision compensates the lender for early termination of expected interest income. Borrowers should review the note before refinancing or selling. Question 18. A appraiser handling a waterfront parcel in Hagerstown must identify a loan provision allowing the lender to declare the entire unpaid balance due after a qualifying default. Which choice is correct? Option A, defeasance clause. Option B, mortgage. Option C, acceleration clause. Option D, amortization. The correct answer is option C, intersecting. The remedy converts future installments into an immediately payable obligation. The clause supports foreclosure when the borrower fails to resolve the default. Notice and cure rights may apply before enforcement.
Stressed about your property and casualty? We can take property and casualty for you remotely and undetected. We always guarantee a pass and payments only after results. To send us an email, scan the code or tap the link in the description and let's get it done.
Question 19. During an inspection period for a retail suite in Cambridge, FARA needs to identify the rule described as a government-sponsored enterprise that buys qualifying mortgages and supports secondary market liquidity. Which answer applies? Option A, mortgage. Option B, deed of trust. Option C, private mortgage insurance. Option D, Freddie Mac. The correct answer is option D, equation. Retail borrowers normally obtain funds from lenders rather than directly from this enterprise. The organization helps connect mortgage originators with capital market investors. It establishes standards for loans it is willing to purchase. Question 20. A tenant is reviewing a historic residence in Salisbury. Which term describes a government-sponsored enterprise that purchases qualifying residential mortgage loans in the secondary market? Option A, Fannie Mae. Option B, VA-guaranteed loan. Option C, Freddie Mac. Option D, discount point. The correct answer is option C. The second line is steeper. The organization does not usually make retail home loans directly to individual buyers. Loans must satisfy applicable eligibility and documentation standards. Its activities support liquidity and standardization in housing finance. Question 21. At a buyer consultation, a Maryland exam candidate encounters the following description: the market in which existing mortgage loans are bought and sold after origination. Which concept is being tested? Option A, mortgage. Option B, secondary mortgage market. Option C, RESPA. Option D, VA-guaranteed loan. The correct answer is option D, the line with the larger Y-intercept. The borrower generally continues making payments to the designated servicer. Investors evaluate the credit and payment characteristics of the loan pools. Loan sales replenish lender funds and support continued lending. Question 22. Wendy is assisting with a subdivision lot transaction in Annapolis. Which principle applies when the facts involve the federal credit law requiring clear disclosure of borrowing costs such as annual percentage rate and finance charge? Option A, adjustable minus rate mortgage. Option B, PITI. Option C, TILA. Option D, deed of trust. The correct answer is option D, they intersect once. Distinct slopes mean the lines change at different rates. Two non-vertical lines with different slopes cross at exactly one ordered pair. Parallel lines require equal slopes. Question 23. In an Accuplacer review focused on comparing linear relationships at a tutoring center, a learner completes a comparison of minus methods task. Which relationship has the greater rate of change, y equals minus 4x plus minus 6 or y equals 4x plus 8? Option A, second relationship. Option B, first relationship. Option C, the rates are equal. Option D, cannot be determined. The correct answer is option A, second relationship. The coefficient of x is the rate of change for each linear equation. Compare the sine-slope values directly. The intercepts affect starting values but not rates. Question 24. In an Accuplacer review focused on comparing linear relationships at a community garden, a learner completes a quantitative minus claim check. Which relationship has the greater initial value, y equals minus 5x plus 4 or y equals 6x plus 7? Option A, first relationship. Option B, the initial values are equal. Option C, cannot be determined. Option D, second relationship. The correct answer is option D, second relationship. The initial value is the output when x equals 0. In slope minus intercept form, this is the constant term. The slope does not determine the starting value. Question 25. In an Accuplacer review focused on comparing linear relationships at a construction crew, a learner completes a test minus day decision task at x equals 1, which has the greater output, y equals minus 4x plus 4 or y equals minus 5x plus minus 1. Option A, first relationship. Option B, second relationship. Option C, the outputs are equal. Option D, cannot be determined. The correct answer is option A, first relationship. Substitute the same input into both equations. Compare the resulting outputs rather than comparing only slopes or intercepts. A larger slope may not give a larger output at every input.